Hi everyone, I'm Any New Province and I just finished up the league with healing winds. Man, I love gaining a ton of life, and we know that T-Core, the person that built this deck, loves gaining a ton of life too, so congratulations again on your placement in that Facebook tournament, Terry. You can go and watch Terry's deck kill an opponent with a Healer's Hawk in whatever match you want by clicking on the timestamps in the description box down below. While you're down there, if you consider liking the video and subscribing to the channel, I'd really appreciate it. It's a great way to let me know you've enjoyed everything, and it really encourages me to keep making great Pauper content. Thank you so much for watching and enjoy the league. All right, we're on the play. Match 1, game 1, possibly Pauper playable with the life gains. And man, you can't argue with this start. Turn 1, Healer's Hawk. Turn 2, Soul Warden. Plus, maybe just like turn 2, Lumathread Field. I guess it depends on what we're on, but we definitely want our Flying Lifelinker to be our turn 1. Granted, maybe Soul Warden is better, and we like hold on to this until we get Lumathread Field down. But this is definitely a keep. This is a good hand. And we'll see what our opponent's on, what we're up against. Where is Terry? I cannot believe Terry isn't here right now. Maybe he's like nervous. A little quiet. All right, so play our planes, and now we think, right? Now we think of whether we want to Soul Warden or Healer's Hawk. I think it's probably correct to Healer's Hawk. What's up, Terry? What do you think? Soul Warden or Healer's Hawk? You're the deck builder. I imagine you're a pretty good pilot of this deck. You played a huge tournament with it. What would you lead, man? I think this is going to be one of the harder decisions of the game. Because we're probably going to wait a turn or two before we get it down otherwise, right? You always go Soul Sisters first? I'm with you, man. You're the one that placed in the tournament. That wasn't a trivial decision. I think it's pretty smart to get down Lumathread Field next turn or start doing the Squadron Hawk thing, but I wouldn't mind having Hawk down either. And it looks like we're up against an interactive deck on their snow-covered island. Does Blue-Black 1-drops play Ponder? Not even sure. I feel like they could. They've got all the Ash Barrens and stuff to back it up. Looks like we're still going to get our point of damage in and still get our point of life gain off Healer's Hawk, so that's nice. And we're going to hit our land drop. I'm going to go ahead and attack. No way our opponent can interact with us here, luckily, so we don't have to worry about it. No foil in the format yet to play around. So we'll attack with Soul Warden. They could Daze here. I could play around Daze by playing Healer's Hawk, but I think Ponder means Skred Delver. So I might just jam Lumathread Field. But it doesn't really matter. They won't have main deck Electricity or anything. Maybe we just want to Squad Hawk, and then next turn we can Lumathread Field Healer's Hawk. I actually think that's what I want to do. So let's Squad Hawk. Hopefully it doesn't get dazed, and it potentially could. It doesn't. That's good for us. Let's go ahead and get a few Hawks. Good old 2-mana draw 3. No big deal. And actually, we're not far from Triplicate Spirits either, which is pretty rad. So we need an Anthem or something to really up the shakes here. Go ahead and always yield this. And start playing a little bit faster, because who knows? Who knows how long these games are going to go, given that we're going to gain just like pretty much infinite life here. Oh no, that's a really good point, Waltzmark. It's like, it's such a beating when you draw those additional Squadron Hawks. I agree. We're firmly on the plan of just committing as many bodies to the battlefield as we can. They're going to go with Fairy Miscreant. Okay. Gain a life off that. So what do you think, Terry? Do we just... Oh no, we can Lumathread Field, so it's not even a big deal. We can Lumathread Field and still attack through. Oh wow, our opponent's just going to concede. You got it. I don't know if they meant to do that. But that was funny. So I think we're pretty obviously playing against a Delver deck. We don't know what other color they're playing. I kind of like Lumathread Field here. Infinite life, we got him. Our opponent was ghosting and heard me say infinite life, and they they scooped. So what do you think, Terry? Blue obviously is good against their creature damage. We want to bring in Field. What do you think? What are we going for? I'm honestly not quite sure. Yeah, they weren't having it. They were like, infinite life. I can't beat that. Mono life gain deck. I feel like Prismatic Strands isn't a big deal because we're going to be gaining so much life. Yeah, who knows? Who knows what they did? It was like they like brainstormed and like Snap conceded. And I think they kept 7 too, which is weird. They went land drop, Miscreant. And even pondered. So it's not like they didn't have a look or anything. But yeah, that was definitely bizarre. I feel like Luminthread Field's pretty okay here. And Holy Light, cool. I'm into that. So Fields and Lights. All of the lights. We probably don't need as much Ramosian Rally. I guess it's pretty good because you can sneak it through Spell Stutter Sprite. Instant Speed Fairy Destruction, it's true. Very true. So do we just take out Journeys? Like, Journeys are kind of inefficient, right? Yeah. They can take out, like, Spire Golems and things like that, and this could be blue-black. Do you think the Luminthread shouldn't come in? I'm kind of okay with them. But I'm also okay just having 2. These are probably for red decks, right? Gotcha. I'm with you there. I appreciate having one for sure, so you can just attack through the fairies. But we only really need 1, you know. So yeah, so I'm okay with this. Let's do it. I guess Revitalize could just get countered. But I don't mind instant speed card draw against them either. Especially if we like get into the late game. I'm gonna submit like this. I'm okay with all this. Maybe if we get around to another game, we can think about what we might take out for more Luminthread Fields. So the Beard's coming back, guys. What do you think? Is Beard time always a good time? This is a weird hand. Ooh, weird. Oh, I don't know how I feel about this. That's a lot of lands, dude. We've got Hawk, Warden, and Field. Like, we've got the trifecta. But we don't really have any more action. I'm sure there's one-landers that look better than this. But I don't know if going to 6 with Delver on the play is a great idea. They can get Ninja down early and just outvalue us, make our 6-card hand just look so dumb. I think it would be greedy. We have 3 action spells. We have enough lands for the rest of the game. Our opponent is mulliganing, so that's nice. But yeah, this is definitely a thinker. Could be risky keep of the night. Terry, I gotta get you on the phone, man. So it looks like our opponent's gonna try for the quick Delver play. More lands. Fabulous. Yeah, that's pretty much exactly why I have to have a beard, right? What's up, Hughes in the water? How are you doing tonight? Man, that green-white priest build looks like the optimal build, I must say. Like, I'm with you on that one, man. Flashing back or looping Quasali Pride Mage, I feel like that's underrated. Just like being able to loop Quasali Pride Mage seems insane. And our opponent's on a turn 1 flip Delver, so we'll have to answer that. I guess that's a pretty good reason to have a journey or 2 around. There's only one way to answer a turn 2 flip Delver, and that's to kill your opponent real good. But they're bottoming cards with their preordains, so that's a good sign. I guess that was to hedge against their brainstorm here. It's all about the beard inside. Thanks. Okay, well, Suture Priest gives us a good turn 2 play. And it'll help with all their like weird ninja shenanigans. Yeah, I really like it. I really, really do. And I don't mean holding on to healer, or I don't mind holding on to Healer's Hawk here, especially where we can just play it out next turn. And I'm not afraid of them pinging us somehow. I wonder what their second color is. And maybe that's why they scooped last round. So we're going to ping our opponent, gain a life. I feel like this deck is way grindier than I'm giving it credit for. All right, more Delvers, ping, ping, ping. And they're going to attack for 3. I don't think there's any question that we're going to serve into these Delvers, especially where this one becomes such a menace. If they want to trade off 2 of their, or trade off a Delver with one of these creatures, then I think we kind of have to take that trade. So they're going to get him for 3. Revitalize, eh? So we'll go ahead and play Luminthread Field, so that we can attack. Maybe attacking is not that important. Maybe we just play... Do we just play Hawk and Revitalize? Oh, that's pretty crazy. Using it to just always have your Tireless Tribe. There's definitely an argument for Hawk and Revitalize over Luminthread Field attack. What's up, Shiny Rob? How you doing? What do you guys think? I don't mind attacking here. If they flip all of their stuff, that's really bad news. So I think I'll go ahead and do this. Because they might double block, and I think that's good. Looks like they've F6'd, so they have no intention of blocking. But they might. They might get a Soul Sister off the board. Okay, I didn't think so. I thought that would be some free damage there, which I definitely like. All right, sweet. Pass the turn. See what their Delvers reveal. We've seen this preordain. Oh, no flip. Good, 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 good. Good, good. So we'll see what they find. Augur, okay. Our opponent kind of stuck on lands here. Man, this Suture Priest is doing work on their life total, too. What's up, Aetherion? Aetherion, how you doing? Swirling Sandstorm. They're quite a ways from that yet. And also, what up, Healer's Hawk? Don't care about no Swirling Sandstorm. The art is really cool. Oh, our opponent just not attacking. Well, that's a good place to be when your opponent's on that many Delvers. And of course, we get delivered a perfect draw in Squadron Hawks. So we're going to gain a bunch of life, draw a bunch of Hawks. Yep, go get all the Hawks. And we're like an Anthem away here, gang. I don't think our opponent's on a Daze deck, so I don't mind jamming just another one of these. And no value shuffle. We got to play fast here. Oh, I guess I'm going to value shuffle anyway. We'll just have 6. No reason to try to force pressure with Healer's Hawk when our opponent will just inevitably kill themselves playing fairies. Not thick enough for a Sandstorm. Well, Soul Warden and Suture Priest aren't, but... Oh yeah, Squad Hawk was really good there. It'll definitely take care of those Delvers. And I mean, one Sandstorm gets them kind of out of the woods, but they have no opportunity to attack here. And if we find an Anthem, we're in a really good position to attack. Because we have so much life, like, it doesn't really matter. Revitalize will help us find it. Yeah, I'm kind of loving this. Opponent chooses not to play the mountain. I like it, opponent. Next level. And mountain. You got it. Turn comes back to us. We find another plains. I think we're just going to keep running out Squadron Hawks. They don't die to Swirling Sandstorm, and I don't think our opponent is going to Echoing anything, and they also can't counter them with Spell Stutter Sprites here, so I don't see why we wouldn't just jam creatures while we have the opportunity to. I keep value shuffling with Squadron Hawk. Alright guys, we got a pretty wide board here. Okay, don't shuffle this time. I don't want to. That was the shuffle that would have mattered. So I'm glad I didn't shuffle there. And like I said, there's no reason to just like suicide stuff into Delvers. Yep, here comes flip Delvers. Just because of, yeah, maybe it was correct. I'm not really sure. Our opponent's just going to keep digging for their 4th land, but I mean, at this point, Swirling Sandstorm is only a 2-for-1. They wasted a lot of time. We have a lot of health. Or a lot of life. I think we should be okay. Let's see how they pondered. Preordain. Chose not to shuffle, so I imagine these will be some bottoms on Preordain, but we shall see, of course. As will our opponent. 2 cards on top. All right, so they liked their ponder stack. Pretty good there. We see some attacks. No attacks. Ramosian Rally, eh? 1, 2, 3, 4. So if we give them all +1/+1, we can trade a lot of creatures with Delvers here. I think I'm going full swing. There's no way they can counter it. I don't really see how this could go badly for us. They're gonna block. And he blocks with Delvers, blocks with Delver, blocks with Delver, blocks with Delver. All right, so let's rally. 1, 2, 3, 4. Ramosian Rally. So kill off some Delvers. Sweet. Opponent takes 6. No more flying blockers, and we have a Revitalize to try to draw into something next turn. So we'll pass. Augur is a 2-for-1 in and of itself. It's true. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I guess we did help them achieve Swirling Sandstorm Threshold. So there's Threshold. It's going to take care of our creatures. We'll go ahead and Revitalize. Draw a land. That's not ideal. And there goes Augur. So now our ground creatures can get in too. Deck, you're being such a bro today. So we'll attack with our Squadron Hawks. Hopefully they don't draw more interaction. I'm gonna play 1 land here. Triplicate Spirits and stuff. Augur Ninja could have been bad. That's true. But they have so little pressure now that the Delvers are off the battlefield. Like, I think we'll just get them. Like, I think our clock is just better than theirs. Now. I'm just going to cantrip their life away. But you're totally right. Augur Ninja is a crazy value play. They don't even really care that they lose 3 cards in that. I kind of got a sense, though. It seemed like just such a good set of blocks for them. I couldn't imagine them not taking that. All right, so our clock is significantly slow. Yeah, especially when we're at 33. Ooh, nice. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. We'll go ahead and Battle Screech. Flashback Battle Screech. Why did I tap mana? And pass the turn. We're in a pretty good position here. Ramosian Rally would obviously be awesome. Our opponent could be sandbagging like 2 Electric Rees. Who knows what they got going on over there. Sisters being total bros tonight. These top decks have been kind of nice. We did draw a lot of lands, but I kept a land-heavy opener. So 4 of these lands were in my opening hand. But it's impressive that we could... oh, our opponent just scoops the match. Cool. Let's see what we would have drawn. Just more lands. So, yeah, I'm pretty glad our opponent scooped there. That's sweet. So, yeah, so we got 2 Suture Priests to start. I mean, it's tap land, but that's okay. Ramosian Rally to protect them. So we're going to snap it off on the play. Feels good. But anyway, oh my god, I'm playing against Terry. Oh my god. All right. Here it comes, guys. Have you ever seen those like superhero movies where like the superhero goes up against their creator? What? Terry's on Tron. Oh, this is insane. This is insane. So anyway, so Priest goes infinite with Tethmos. Is that how you pronounce it? Tethmos Priest goes infinite with Crown of Flames and what's the creature? Oh man. I'm trying to remember. It's Crown of Flames and Tinderwall. I've been saying it. So tactical. Tactical Terry's going to be on the natural tactical Terry over here. All right, so we'll Chimera Crossroads and run out Suture Priest and attack Terry with the Suture Priest. So it's the Goblin thing is cool and everything, but I think 4-card combos just aren't going to happen. At least we got Priests. Oh, is it really laggy? It doesn't say that I'm dropping frames or anything. I was probably laughing because it was Terry. No, it's Tinderwall. So Tinderwall you can sacrifice for, oh god, more life gain. Tactical Tron. But anyway, so yeah, so it goes infinite, but we don't kill our opponent with it. Tron just gains more life. All right, Squad Hawk. So that's not too bad. That's not too bad. Rally doesn't get us out of here. Oh, it's your side. Bummer, man. Well, I'm sorry it's lagging out on you. I don't know if we play another Suture Priest or not. I don't know if we play Lumathread Field and try to bait a kill on this blocker with Murmosian Rally. I actually think we're just going to start Squadron Hawking and start trying to get in some evasive damage. Did you say Ally Zuberos? But anyway, yeah, sorry. The Goblin combo is cool. The thing with it, like, it's crazy. I can't even gauge how good it is because you can just put all of your combo pieces in your graveyard and then get them back with the Priest. So it doesn't really matter. Oh no, Goblin Slayer? I've never seen that anime. Uh-oh. Like, should I watch it? Oh my god, here comes main deck Electrickery. Okay, Suture Priest down. Suture Priest down. It's not too big of an issue. Can't attack around Pierce Strider. I wonder why it went down. Maybe just saving life? 4 mana. Maybe there's some, like, flicker nonsense gonna happen here. I'm not sure. Alright, so in comes Pierce Strider. Yep. Which means they've definitely got another blocker. Ancestral. Oh, they're like a bounce deck. So yeah, Suture Priest would be quite good against them. So I think we will continue playing our Suture Priest. Although the things that they're bouncing gain life, so I guess it's kind of, you know, a little bit of a non-bow. I think we'd really rather start getting in evasive damage. All right, play Soul Warden. I have seen that deck before, but I've never played against it. We're on Squadron Hawk. Oh, I always yesed to Squadron Hawk. Okay, we're always going for the value shuffle now, gang. So we'll attack like this. And I don't think we're in double block business just yet. But anyway, yeah, I have seen that deck, and it is pretty cool. I can't F6 because there might be an Electrickery coming. All right, Suture Priest down. Yep. There must be a lot more bouncing than I am prepared for. Oh, Crusher, come on. All right, gang, we're going to have to hit a lot of tokens here. Yep, in comes Ancestral Statue for 3. The life points don't really matter. It's going to get touchy unless we draw Journey to Nowhere right now. Yep. So we're going to revitalize here, looking for at least a land drop. Doesn't happen, but we will get a couple more looks next turn. I think we're going to lose land. Oh, man. I think we're actually going to have to lose Soul Warden Hawk here. And just take a bunch of damage. Pass the turn. Tough to beat an Ulamog's Crusher when you're off to a start this slow, for sure. But yeah, that's they're crushing it, man. Crusher is crushing it, for sure. We want our 3 mana so that we can at least survival cash and try to find our Journey to Nowhere, so I actually think we are going to lose creatures here. And just take 8. Take 11, actually. And see where we go from here. Probably a little bit more life gain. Just big old 8/8 slimes. There's higher power, doesn't Hand of Emrakul have some ridiculous amount of power or something? So we're gonna survival cash because our only way out of this is to Journey to Nowhere this Ulamog's Crusher. And actually, I guess that didn't even work. So yeah, so we're probably just gonna lose. But we'll make him kill us. That was also probably just a misplay. I probably should have played 2 things to sack to this Ulamog's Crusher, but it is what it is. We'll see if we can't find a Journey. Sack. Take 1 million. It is not. It's not. We're just hanging out here in the friendly leagues because there's more players. So I feel like it'll fire faster. I think we're just dead. Man. Crusher FT dub. So I wonder if this is like a mono red Tron variant. And I think we're going down a game here, gang. We'll have a top deck. Even Journey to Nowhere doesn't do it now, so I think we're just dead. Gain some life. Yeah, Hand of Emrakul is huge. So yeah, last turn, I guess if I could have played optimally, it probably would have been Soul's Attendant Squadron Hawk. Man, thank you so much, Dolce and I appreciate that. Seriously, thank you very, very much. That makes things way more worthwhile. You win either way. So we'll cast Survival Cash. Whoa, thank you for the sub, Demir. How you going, man? We are still going strong. So I'm going to scoop before Terry can, because I feel like Terry might scoop. Okay, all right. So Terry isn't here to help us sideboard, but I don't feel like we have great sideboard tech against the brown Tron deck. So I think we're just going to run it back and just go faster. We are still going strong. Demir 619. I believe we were warm together around this time last winter playing some sketchy old decks. That is nuts, man. 9 months. You were one of the first. You were one of the first. So glad to have you, man. Thank you. Well, yeah. When after 3 months, we'll see you in 2 years. Might as well. I mean, we've come this far, right? We're out here playing Healer's Hawk. I think I've cast exactly 2 Healer's Hawks tonight, but they were sweet. They were good Healer's Hawks. Man, we're on the play for the last one, too. Okay, here's the opposite side of Mana Trouble, but this isn't that bad. I think we've got the Journey for their first big threat. I'm actually going to keep this. We have Healer's Hawk to start off quick. Soul Warden's going to get him for a point of damage, and we'll probably find another land by the time things get rolling here. And by rolling, hopefully I don't mean Rolling Thunder. Yeah, I think so too, Waltzmark. Just keepable, but keepable indeed. What's up, Pauper Bust? How you doing tonight? Thanks for jamming some jank against me in the viewer matches last week. I appreciate that, man. I think that was you, right? Have you accrued any fans from the YouTube following? Yeah, I might as well Soul Warden here. We gain a life either way. I'd rather that get removed than Healer's Hawk, so there's that. Tactical Terry on the Tron. That's what we're here for, man, to air the jank. So we'll play Healer's Hawk, trigger Soul Warden, go to combat, and swing. Hopefully hit another land here shortly. Rolling, rolling, rolling. Shouts out to all those diehard Limp Bizkit fans out there, man. Still rolling. Land. That'll do. It's not great, but it'll do. We'll attack for 2. And I think it might be a Luminthread field time. I don't know if Terry goes to get red mana here, it might be too late, but we couldn't commit a creature to help us there. Yeah, so they're gonna get Tron. I'm assuming there's some kind of that one just Fred Durst. I don't know where I read it. I read it somewhere recently that Fred Durst was a really nice dude. And like I could believe it. You're definitely not in the business of making enemies when you're Fred Durst. So we just gotta gain a buttload of life here. I think it worked. Oh man, I love this card so much. This is one of my favorite ever cards. 10 out of 10. I love this card. Scanner Skies, like that deck we played, that weird kind of yeah, I think it's Luminthread field time. So we can keep attacking with Hawk. Yep. So cast Luminthread field. I think it's Sculptor Skies, like that weird artifact deck. That was definitely one of my favorite ever PvP brews. Yeah, break stuff, like, sometimes it's just one of those days, and there's no song that describes so succinctly what you're supposed to do on one of those days. It's just people got to recognize, man, when it's one of those days. But yeah, I have noticed that it's been a little bit easier. So here comes Ancestral Statue, probably for Skyscanner. Mm-hmm. And they can cantrip right away again, which is sweet. Man, I love this card. I remember how excited I was, and I felt really silly for being so excited. It is quite spicy. I remember feeling silly for how excited I was about Skyscanner. I was like, there's no way this is a good card, but like, I love it. I love everything it does, everything it represents. It could be, yeah. I think Laubert's been working on Mud for a while. They're gonna pass it back. I don't know how much more of this ancestral nonsense is gonna go on, so I don't really know. What's up, Meatballs? How you doing? Meatballs 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 meatballs is an adequate number of meatballs, but I could still, you know, go for more meatballs. Getting some more flyers down would be ideal, but we don't have the luxury of having enough lands to do that. So I think we're just going to run out Suture Priest this turn. And pass. Potentially block one of these creatures with our Soul Sisters and Ramosian Rally, but not 100% sure I want to do that. What does Flying Carpet do? Yeah, you knew it was coming. Oh, more Sky Scanners. Okay. Triggers. That's so silly. Oh my goodness, the new downshifts are insane. I can't believe we barely talked about them. Yeah, like foil is nuts. We got a guild mage. You know what? Like paying 4 mana to draw cards in Pauper is like no joke. It's actually no joke at all. Oh my god. If there's an ATOG in this deck, I'm going to lose it. I'm going home. 5 mana. Okay, so they are playing kind of like a bouncy Tron sort of thing. It's kind of interesting. Which means Suture Priest gets a little bit better, but not a whole lot better. Pick up Sky Scanner, continue the cantripping. Yeah, man, and there's so many good cards. Oh yeah, you should giggle if he togs me. They've only spoiled the Dimir one so far, but I wouldn't be surprised if that was the case, if all of them are coming in. Let's just play a bunch of Soul Wardens. Try to gain enough life that attacking with Healer's Hawk maybe does the trick. I don't really know if that's realistic or not. I think we could expect some shenanigans to happen where our opponent is able to get rid of them. Thank you for the sub, Fennomeister. We got the sub train going tonight. Yee. This is the life, Terry. You did this. Yeah, let's go. Thank you guys. Thank you very much. Your support means a lot. This is definitely a labor of love every week, and you guys make it well worth my while. Thank you. I really, really appreciate it. Well, it has a bunch of tools now, right? It just does. I think it's amazing though. I cannot believe they downshifted that priest. And all the reprint, like even the not I think we're gonna get more. Even the cards that aren't downshifts, like the reprints were just so needed. You know, like everything we got was just crucial. Like there's Chainer's Edict, like Lava Spike, a bunch of expensive commons are coming to us, which is awesome. Like people are gonna get their money's worth. Oh yeah, no, the priest downshift is insane. My mind cannot do it. Like we can't handle it. I'm gonna take 10, but I'm at 35, so it doesn't really matter. I think we're gonna expect a double block on Healer's Hawk, and we're gonna try to get the Ramosian Rally blowout. If we just draw a couple more lands, we might be in okay shape. So we'll play Suture Priest, get that going. Yeah, I love the new art. The new art completely belies my hate for Boggles. And I don't want to suicide any of these Soul Sisters into a self-assembler, so we'll just attack like this. And no blocks, okay. I mean, they're at 12. We're a decent Anthem away. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. So we have 12 damage on board. We'll see if they want to make some greedy attacks here. Oh, what's the new flavor text? Is it about how slippery he is? Oh, I love it when people reference how slippery the boy is. You must never forget the slipperiness of the boy. I wonder if this has one of those like janky red like board wipe combos. What's one of those? Is something like Blazing Volley, and that other one it's like deal 2 to everything that has been dealt damage this turn. Yeah, it's sweet. Oh, Trespasser's Curse, our natural foil. Uh-oh. It's the Soul Sister off. This is the Soul Sister. Uh-oh. Red mana. Can't be good for us. You aren't going to catch it anyway. No one knows how to pronounce boggle, man. It's just a thing. Or spell it, for that matter. I definitely do not know how to spell boggles correctly. I'm one of those people. Let's see what the attack looks like. Just Alpha Strike and give us the win. That'd be sweet. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. I guess we don't get the win right off, but... Tentatively attacking. Tentatively. We'll take 8. Yep. I think they're being wary of the potential of anthems because we haven't been casting anything, and I think some of the more expensive spells in the deck are the anthems. Well, we can't cast that either, so we'll go to combat and attack with Healer's Hawk. Tentatively. That boy's so slippery. Oh, damn. Well, slippery boy. And they could have Galvanic Blast as well. Okay, no blocks. You got it. Down to 12. We can't really force any unfavorable blocks with the rest of our creatures. It is getting to the point where we are just going to die if we don't do something, though. So all of these spells kind of burn in a hole in our hand. It's not ideal. If we draw one land, I think we're in a good position because we can Guardian's Pledge, Ramosian Rally in the same turn, which should help us gain a good amount of life off Healer's Hawk and potentially either win the game or punch through a lot of blockers. Granted, they do have 6 cards in hand. I can't imagine what those cards might be, but maybe they're sandbagging creatures because they don't want Suture Priests to kill them. I can see that being a possibility. Suture Priest is a cool card. All right, so here comes Ancestral Statue. Opponent's going to do some... Terry is going to do some more cantripping. The turn-off auto yield's punishing me big time here. Really got to get that emote going, guys. The turn-off auto yields emote, it just has to happen. Triggers! All right, so we kind of need a land here. If we draw a land here, we've got a chance. I mean, we are at 24 and they're at 8, but 3, 6, 7, 15, 18, 21, 22 damage on board. So I don't think we're going to do anything crazy like remove their creatures, but they could also just be flooding out. Oh, yeah, you can do that. I need you to play some bodies. That would do it. Yeah, so I guess we're just going to run out Soul's Attendant here. We really need to draw a land, like so badly. Trespasser's Curse will trigger. I really have to do that. I have to figure out how to do it. Do you do it down in like this menu? I feel like learning live on stream probably isn't a very good strategy. But yeah, we definitely could have used a land about 100 years ago. Go to combat. We're still going to attack with our Healer's Hawk. What's up, Marilyn? How you doing? Glad to have you. So they have 6 blockers. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 attackers. So I don't think we're going to go for the Alpha Strike here. I won't go for the Alpha Strike until I draw a land to cast this Guardian's Pledge. And even then, it might not go that well for me. All right, so we have to rally here to save our Hawk. And hopefully that's good enough. We'll gain a little bit of extra life. Save our Hawk. They'll lose a couple Sky Scanners, which is pretty nice. That is less blockers for them, and we have an Anthem in hand. Yeah, 2-1 is a good place to be. It looks like they found another blocker and more cantrips. But we have so many triggers. So much maths. Auto-yielding to this for the rest of my life. I guess at this point it's almost just faster to click through it. I'm just going to cancel auto-yields all the time. Having compulsions, guys. It's a weird way to live. Suture Priest doing work. I feel like they could just not cast creatures into Suture Priest. Ancestral Statue, taken 2. We're going to gain 1 million. But I think the plan is that they just go wide enough to to make it not matter. And we'll see how many blockers they leave back. And we need an Anthem bad. Are they just going down? They're like, I can't kill them from this much. Cantrips with the artifact, down to 3. More Sky Scanners. I guess they need stuff to block Healer's Hawk. But they're going to go to 1. So that does put us in a really good position. It does seem decent, right? Are they just going out on their own terms? I feel like Terry's trolling us a little bit. We're going to tactical Terry troll here. All right, they're just going to pass. You got it. We find a plains. All right, so I can make all of my creatures into 3/4s, which means that we're only going to lose 2 creatures in the exchange. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 attackers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 blockers. Martyr Sands was always a common. So what do you guys think? Do we go for it in Anthem and try to like wrath some amount of their board? We should be left with at least a Healer's Hawk, but I also feel like they're representing a Galvanic Blast here that I'm a little worried about. This way they'll get to keep a lot of their... Yeah, they actually have too many neutral blocks, I think. I think we just pass. We have 46 life. We just have to wait for them to get a little... Not yet. Not yet, Meatballs. I would like to. We just have to wait for Terry to get a little greedy. I'm even going to leave him alone in the chat for a second. I'm trying to next level out here. Yup. Here they come. Potentially. They are at 1. Oh, no attacks. Okay. I do feel like they're just going to kill the Healer's Hawk, and I am nervous about that. Ramosian Rally would be pretty nuts. Plains is also pretty sweet. So we'll play a Plains. We are going to lose some life to our own Battle Screeches, but now we can Battle Screech, and we have so many flyers that the dish just won us the game. Look at all of these triggers. Oh, Stack, you're so slow. You're so slow, Stack. But I guess we are gaining them a bit of life, but we have Anthems, so it's kind of inconsequential. Flash it back, and hopefully we have enough flyers to win next turn. It's pretty crazy, man. But look at this stack. Look at that stack. Boom. No one gets down like this. This is the Sisterhood of the blossoming stack. That's me, Nimchimsky. All right, pass the turn. Bunch of flyers. I think we need to get 2 in, and they only have 2 flying defenders. They can't play that many creatures. We should be okay. I mean, we are also at 66 life, so we could just play another Battle Screech. Kind of move on, but... I feel like Terry's on the timeout plan. Yeah, well, I mean, that really sucks that it's so laggy, man. Seriously. I definitely apologize for that. It's probably just some server inconsistencies. Is Terry just gonna go down to 1 again? Man. This is risky. I guess maybe they have 2 Electrickeries coming. If they Electrickery twice, we're in real bad news. Or we're in real bad shape. Prophetic Prism. They can't play any more creatures or they die. So either we win next turn or we lose right now. Kind of the way it's looking. What is this? What meme? I hope it's not something that can just like blow us out somehow. Come on. I guess like 6 damage to knock out our flyers isn't bad. Even they still don't lose with an Anthem that way. And we will give them some life Battle Screeching again next turn. So if they can Rolling Thunder X, or they can only Rolling Thunder X5 here, so no, it doesn't do it. Come in, Mirror Closed. I hope you are enjoying your maple butter exploration. It is really good on apple slices. But yeah, preparing meat with it is probably my favorite thing. Like, do some stuffed pork chops, get some like rosemary in a pan with a little bit of maple butter, maybe some garlic, like a, you know, like a heckin', get some bread in there to soak up all that deliciousness, and just go nuts with it. Start stuffing pork chops with the mixture. Maybe like cut up some bacon into your maple butter, rosemary, garlic pan. Oh, I'm starving. All right. We got there, guys. We got there. Still no want or need for any sideboard cards, I don't think. We didn't even see, I guess Luminethread Field would be good against Rolling Thunder, but I think we just got to curve out and put pressure on, or just get so many Soul Sisters down that it doesn't matter. Maryland. It's all right, man. Just go to your local Canada town. Let's get this bread. Some of my favorite memes are the get this bread meme. I really like the one where it's a Venn diagram and it's like ducks, early risers, and the crossover is getting this bread. It's pretty wonderful. He is pretty cool. I guess I've only seen a few things, though. Maybe I shouldn't pass judge. I don't know if he's a controversial character or anything like that. I don't think so. I think he's just an interesting dude. Didn't he make, like, art for a while, too? To, like, do animation? Am I just getting that wrong? Canada Town. Yeah, go on out to Canada Town. Be pretty sweet. All those silly, friendly Canadians. Actually, I'm not sure what our landing community would look like, because I think that's how those things are created, right? Like, societies are just really bad at integrating new arrivals into their cultures, and they just all kind of coalesce into one place. That's, maybe you wouldn't get the best. You might not get the best of Canada there. I can't believe we haven't even talked about Fire Ice yet. It does so much stuff. You can kill 2 fairies, kill a Delver and a fairy. Like, it just does all the things. I'm going to keep this. I'm a little wary of the Rolling Thunder Rats, but I'm going to keep. You can tap your opponent's, like, Gurmag Angler, tap their bounce lands. You can tap their, whatever, Tireless Tribe. It's insane. All right, Guardian. I think we're just going to run out a bunch of Soul Sisters. I think that's best. Soul Warden's easier to trigger, so I'll play that first. Researchers like their goggles. They sure do. All right, so red mana, a little precariousness. Nice. Untap land is wonderful here. So we'll play untap land, go to combat, attack with Soul Warden. Guardian's Pledge is pretty sweet here. I think we're probably only going to wait 1 turn before we use it. They could just have Electrickery, which is obviously trouble. But even with 4 creatures on board, an Anthem is pretty nuts. People just getting down, defining new deities in the chat. I didn't know we were so political, guys. Whoa. Thought we were just talking about maple butter. Talisman. Terry loves him some life gain, man. Life gain mirror. More maps. Did you guys ever listen? Who's that band? Just indiscernible nonsense from me. You know what I'm talking about? Oh, they did that song Zero that was really good. You know, the Yeah Yeah Yeahs. They have a song called Maps. It's really good. Urza the One God. Urza's crazy, man. It's kind of some of my favorite parts of the lore is just like learning about all the crazy stuff that Urza did. Proper safety just always is no joke. Oh, here comes Trizzy. Getting Trizzy with it. Na 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 na. Tron, 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 Tron. Five mana. Urza did go to town, man. He blew up everything. He got like... Or wait, it was his brother that... Yeah, no, he blew up everything. Yeah. Black mana. Shrivel? Oof. Big oof. Big oof time? No, just Trespasser's Curse. Okay. Nabidi. Nabidi indeedy. So now is when we decide... I think we draw land, yeah. So we're going to play 2 Hawks here. I know it's dangerous because they could just Wrath us. So, but I do think we're going to play 2 Hawks. We're going to hope they don't have it, and we're going to go for the win next turn. And if they have it, then we probably lose. But if they don't... Oh, buddy. Triggers. And F6. All right. You got the Wrath? Is the Wrath coming? The Wrath cometh? X1s, man. They got no life in Pauper, you know? Large expression of discomfort. The big oof. I think I really do want to get that app for my phone. I keep talking about it, but there's this app for your phone, and every time you drop it, it makes the oof noise. That sounds so funny to me. Sometimes I just like make the noise in my head when I drop my phone. I'm like, man, wouldn't I just be having such a giggle right now? Oh, is it coming? Oh, the oofs. The oofs. All right. Biggest oof. All right. Well, we're gonna try to get there with a bunch of Squadron Hawks and Guardians pledges. Ramosian Rally, kind of nice. But we're on the all Anthem plan now. This would have been amazing last turn. We'll go for the value shuffle. That's so funny. Well, I mean, you're gonna drop your phone. Like, who the F is this savant that just never drops their phone? Like, what? Who do you think you are, just never dropping your phone? I'm gonna F6. Like, we can't protect this. If they're running, they might run an Electrickery out on it. Well, no, I wouldn't do it on purpose. It wouldn't be funny then. I'm not just gonna like walk into a party and just throw my phone on the floor and just, oof, like, wasn't that funny? Sincerely not the intended purpose. It'd be insane if Life and Death got downshifted. I would love that. That would be so sweet. Creatures. Come on. Creatures, no lands. That's like kind of a creature. So we'll cast Lumathread Field face down. Yep. Go to combat. Attack Squad Hawk. Making music with your phone? And just like there are so many more productive ways to make music with your phone. Which one? Like walking into a party and just like throwing your phone down on the ground? I do that all the time. Yeah, the Caprice with Heroic is nuts. Is absolutely bananas. It's a banana sandwich on a stick. Oh yeah. I cannot, like, I can't contain myself. The excitement is beyond real. This is pretty sweet. These cantripping, this is kind of like a Monarch list without Monarch. If it had the red Monarch creature, I'm sure it would play it. 5 mana. Big boys. Here they come. Here they come. A bunch of 4/4s. Got to demonstrate your dominance with the oof noise on the way in the door. I agree, you know, sometimes you just got to oof them. We're getting oofed pretty good here now, gang. That Rolling Thunder, man. Clutchest. Oh, God. So many for one. It was a so many for one. And now they just have a bunch of 4/4s. Yeah. 1 to a million artifacts. Dead. All right. Can we come back, gang? Peregrine Drake was a pretty nice downshift, you know. I agree that Peregrine Drake was a very needed and and welcome downshift to the format. I think we're dead here, guys. I really do think we're dead. I think Terry's going to attack us with a bunch of 4/4s, and we're just going to scoopsy daisy. Man. And that's kind of like when I started getting serious about brewing. Like, maybe I'm just like a sadist, and I just love... I love being oofed as much as possible. Yep. Tower. Continuing to durst all over the place with the artifacts. I'm glad that we at least got janked out, though. If it was going to happen, I'd prefer that it happened. I wonder if they're clicking our trigger as well. Like, I'm trying to click the trigger, but it ain't working. Boop, boop, boop. Peregrine Drake was really good. Obviously, the secret tech in this matchup was Suture Priest, and they knew it. Now, this seems pretty sweet, man. A lot of new cards, too. Assembling, down to 20. How could we win? How can we win this game? They have 1 card in hand. Well, 2 cards in hand. And one of those is a 4/4. We're going to take a million. Yeah, right? No, they're... And I mean, that's the crazy thing, is like, it's not even just the downshifts, it's the reprints, too. Wouldn't be Tron. Tron v life gain match without it. So maybe Lumathread Field should have come in. Maybe we should have got those extra 2. But who knows? Who will ever know? Battle Screech might be away, but I don't think so. I don't think so, Jack. Yeah, we're just dead. GG's, Terry. GG's. GG's, my guy. The jank takes it. All right, we're out. Big dead. We only have 1 1-drop and 1 land, so we're going to mulligan this one. I don't think we can do it. We're playing up against He Who Is in the Water, which is sweet. Another one of our friends and viewers. We are going to keep this. I don't mind having another Souls Attendant. Maybe we just want to get our land drops, though. We've got Revitalize to look. It'll give us a good turn, too. So I am going to put this on top. Island A. He Was in the Water is on the speedrun downshift percent and has snuck a few foils into their deck. And we'll go right ahead with Souls Attendant. Poor Souls Attendant with the difficult to navigate trigger. There's Brainstorm. Little Brizzy Tizzy. Brizzy Sizzy. Guys, I feel like we didn't appreciate. I feel like we didn't. You hit enter on that. Do it. I feel like we didn't appreciate that Hypothesizzle was named Hypothesizzle. Like, why? Whose idea was that? It's the most amazing card name, I think. If I was to come into Magic like a few years from now and discover that there was a card named Hypothesizzle, do you know how all over it I would be? Like, so deeply all over it. All over it like some maple butter and some stuffed pork chops. Yeah, right? Like, it's amazing. I feel like the respect for Hypothesizzle was misinterpreted. All right, so what should we expect out of here? What did they... oh, yeah, no, it was Brainstorm. What did they preordain? 2 cards on bottom with preordain. So I think they're digging for removal, but they did go fetch another island. I think we want to get Healer's Hawks out. We might see an Augur of Bolas. So they should still gain us as much life as if we would play a Souls Attendant. Yeah. So there's the Augur. What's this now? Arc Lightning. Aw, heck. Man, I love that I'm just playing against my buds tonight. This is sweet. There's the Boiler Works. Oh man, that Arc Lightning is going to be such a beating. All right, go to combat, attack with our Hawks. And I don't know if we can trip looking for a land here. You know I had to do it to him. So I actually am going to go looking for a land here. I think next turn is going to be an opportunity to have a good turn because they'll be incentivized to Arc Lightning away our board here. And I think they're firmly on the mill plan against us. They'll just kill all of our stuff. Oh god, that was so savage. So savage. Yeah, we're getting controlled out here. Getting wrath, man. X1s just don't have. You know that song by Gary, what's his name? Gary Newman. He's like something about short people not having any reason to live. It's because the X1s are like that. That Gary Newman song is for X1s everywhere. See what the Preordain's gonna do. One card on top, one card on bottom. A couple lands hit the battlefield. And no Frisky Augurs. Yeah, no lands here is tough. So we're just going to try to make our way up to Battle Screech mana. Oh, exclude? Oh, Devious cover up. Okay. No big, no big, no big. So they got their Arc Lightning back. That ain't good. Hey, we are lucky Fire and Ice isn't legal yet. Very lucky. We're going to gain some life, as usual. I think we might get decked. We can't counter Devious cover up. And yeah, so I think as soon as our flyers are dead, I guess we can resolve Battle Screeches and stuff. But this is probably not a great matchup. Man, Fire and Ice is going to be sweet. I really hope it doesn't make Delver just completely unstoppable, but I don't think it will. I mean, like, Ninja is such a good card, and we have ways to answer Ninja and stuff. I just think we'll eventually find a way around it. Triggers, triggers, triggers. Suture Priest, a little bit more downside on this one. Hopefully they don't just find another Arc Lightning. That'd be savage. At least not before we get to Triplicate Spirits. Also, it's kind of hilarious that we're playing against, like, an alternate win con deck. Oh my god, not Arc Lightning. Don't! Oh my goodness. Yeah, until we start getting foiled. How many foils do you guys think Delver decks will play? Oof, okay. Oh god, alright. We're playing it out, guys. We're playing it out. They can certainly kill us. It's getting close. It's getting close. We do have ways to fight back. Not that many ways, but we have ways. To play foils? Yeah, I don't know. They always curl and stuff like that. Thank God I have Flume with Threadfield in my deck. That's what I'm talking about, man. This is why Terry included more copies of Ramosian Rally, though. I think there were some... What did you... I don't know if you're still there, Terry, but what were the cards you had in place of Ramosian Rally? So we don't really have an option but to Battle Screech here, so we will. I imagine this will lead to Counterspell, though. Maybe it won't. They might have Electricity in hand. Going to be deviously covering it up, grabbing an Arc Lightning, probably. If we can resolve one of these, we've got a chance, but it's not a good chance. Yep, they cycle Ash Barrens. There's 44 turns to go, guys. Value. And they can perceivably just burn us out. Like, we might not have the opportunity to even kind of get more life gain going. They're going to let the birds come down. We'll see what they got for us. 6 mana. Sizzling? Capsize! Oh my goodness. Yeah, we're probably just dead. They have Capsize in hand. We don't have a way to fizzle Capsize either. So that's probably just going to be it. Wow. Man. Just getting completely unraveled out here. We're going to keep building up our mana base towards Triplicate Spirits, but they're still at 19. How can we beat Capsize? Like, we can't, right? Find a Healer's Hawk or two, but then they just have, like, infinite removal. defend a Healer's Hawk with Guardian's Pledge? I don't know, guys. I don't know, gang. I don't know about this one. I think I am just going to run out Triplicate Spirits, though. Actually, no. I think we should wait until we can get some value out of it off of Soul Sisters. I'm actually going to hold on to it. Yeah, I think they're going to start being able to do just nonsensical things now, right? So I think we're going to just be dead. They have 2 capsizes a turn now. So now they're going to start attacking our mana base. Yeah, land. That'll do it, I think. I don't think we got a way back from that. No way to get creatures down and defend them. Nothing we can do instant speed. Okay, so we want to get closer. We want to get lower to the ground. We need these fields badly. Yeah, Concede is the only out here, sadly. So what do we need next? Tactical Terry got us with the jank. What do we need here? So we got Lumathread Fields. Do you think Relic of Progenitus is too slow? Is it worth? We gotta go fast, right? We're not the control deck. We basically want to protect our stuff. Nah. Strands is too slow, I think. I guess it does fog Electrickery, but a couple times? Well, maybe. We gotta go fast. We gotta play greedy and go fast. And I think Lumathread feels the best way to do that. So I think Triplicate Spirits is too slow, and I think Journey doesn't do enough. Journey doesn't... Maybe we just take all the Journeys out. It does eat Augur, but we have a bunch of flyers. So we can take a bunch of Journeys out, keep Spirits, and that gives us room for Relic. But then again, like, what are we going to do with Relic of Progenitus, right? Yeah, and hope that Anthem sticks. I agree. I think it is a toss-up between these cards. I think 2 Strands is okay. Yeah, I think 2 Strands is actually all right. Let's do that. Yes, we will go first. All right. Well, we got to start. Let's see if we can stick it. No Wraths one time. No Wraths one time. Turn 3 Survival Cache. Value. They're never going to time out on this deck again. So, jam a Suture Priest, gain some life, attack with Soul Warden. And next turn we're going to cash. Just pray your last 2 matches are burn. Do people play... I feel like people are only playing burn in the competitive leagues now. I feel like that's a real good competitive league contender. Maybe I'm too high on burn, guys. Burn has beaten me so many times on jank that I'm just like, that deck is unbeatable. It's like how I feel about it. All right, guys, we're in a good position. We're gonna resolve a Survival Cache, which is a pretty good value card. So let's go ahead and cash it in. Draw more lands. Pretty ideal. Get in. You still see it in the friendly leagues? All right. So next turn is Battle Screech turn, but I don't know if we should even commit Battle Screech. I guess like we have to. Like we just kind of have to pray, right? And there's another Battle Screech. And another land. Just fantastic. So let's Battle Screech, gain a bunch of life. Although the life gain doesn't really matter. Such goes straight through, and then we'll Battle Screech. I guess we'll tap like this. We're doing this for the F6 value. But we might just get nuked by an Electrickery. I think this deck plays a bunch of Electrickeries. Yeah. You got it. So gain a bunch of life, pass the turn. Boom goes the dynamite. That's probably it. That might be the whole game right there. Oh, God. Preordain, Brainstorm, Think Twice. Got him the trickery. Got us good. X1s, man. Poor guys. X1's got no reason. Ramosian Rally would have been sweet. I feel like that was a good call. I feel like having that many rallies was an awesome idea. All right, well, I don't think we're in the business of playing around Electrickery here, but we are going to Revitalize before we Triplicate Spirits. And I don't know what it might bait out. They probably won't do anything here. All right, so we will attempt to Triplicate Spirits. And see if they got more trickeries. They have been drawing a lot of cards. I guess we could have waited, but like the life gain didn't really matter. The other resolve too. I can't imagine what they might have in their hand. I guess they do have a lot of spot removal, which is less good against us. Maybe I'm feeling a little more disadvantaged than I should. Maybe I'm feeling a little more disadvantaged than I should. All right, they're going to pass. So we find Soul Warden. So now we will Suture Priest. They're going to cover up and they're going to exclude. Okay. Soul Warden. Flashback Battle Screech. And pass turn. Gotta find some anthems, guys. We gotta throw all our hands up like good Charlotte fans would. If we had 2 anthems in hand, or if we had an anthem in hand and we could top deck one to win next turn, I feel like we can do it. But this is looking pretty grim. Looking pretty looking pretty grim. Arc Lightning deck. Oh my god. Oof. We found the strands, gang. We found it. All right, so we just got to protect these 2 birds until the end of time. Exactly. All right, let's see what 4 mana gets them. Serrated Arrows. Trust me, the irony is not lost on me at all. This is so funny. Magic is such a funny game. We got the extra fields and everything. So we'll play Hawk. Oh, exclude? Oh, oof. Biggest of oofs. Yeah. I don't think we stand a chance now. They have so much mana. They've got Serrated Arrows on board. They might have Ghostly Flicker in their deck. This looks a little closer to like Janice Stone's blue-red control decks. So I think it's possible that that's what they're on. But, yep. Yep. But we're pretty close. Well, Squadron Hawk's a draw if it resolves. It's going to be, like, so obvious if I don't cast another one. Counterspell. All right. Yeah, we're probably pretty much dead here, guys. What's up, E-Hustle? How you doing? Oh, man, me too, E-Hustle. Do you think those the cards are finally strong enough that even I might be able to, like, bumble through a brew and get it there? I'm really excited about it too, E-Hustle. I really am. And how you doing, Hagadya? How you doing? You're on to the next one? You're going to get out there with Khaled? Find another one? You already are on another one. That's a tough call on foil. So this is my thing with foil, right? You always think like Force of Will can't possibly be worth it. And then you just see how crazy Force of Will is. Do you know what? Okay, so I'm going to call it out. What I think foil means is, oh my god, they capsize their own Serrated Arrows. I think we should probably just scoop. But what foil probably means is that they're going to print something that they know is really crazy valuable. And it might be that priest card, the reanimator priest or whatever you want to call it, get your 2-drops back. I'm sure somebody has some kind of like nickname or comparison. Oh yeah, they got like the hard lock now. Yeah. The hard lock has been established. Thanks for the games. He who is in the water. Boom. Yeah, no, we're dead. All right, here you go, guys. Match 4. Playing against more friends. Kind of bad opener, but we've done okay. We've done okay on a 4-lander before. I'm not super happy with it, but I think I'm gonna keep it. I like Hawk, I like Warden. So let's roll it. The green-white one, I really like that one. Oh yeah, and like Gray Merchant and stuff like that. And yeah, there's so many ways to use it. I like it too. I think that's another thing that I think is kind of understated is like Quasali Pride Mage being looped. Like that is insane. Oh my god, Arc Lightning did it. Oh my god, turn 1 Arbor Elf. Guys. Guys, things are getting bumpy already. Also, we're drawing lands. Good thing Squadron Hawk draws more creatures. That will help. It will lower the possibility of us drawing more Squadron Hawks, which is kind of a good thing, but kind of a bad thing, because we would like to draw no more lands, please, deck. Yeah, I think looping Kozali Pride Mage is actually kind of insane. I kind of don't mind trading with this Arbor Elf either, unless they're on land destruction. They might be on land destruction. Let's give it one turn before we attack into it. I know, I'm so excited. I'm so excited, man. Like I was at work today, so like I went on my break and all of these cards got spoiled and I was like, what? You know what I mean? And so I was like running around, like my brain was going nuts and I couldn't take a minute to like sit down and actually think about what was going on. Land grant? Nissa's built, what? It is land destruction. So that's one thing, is I definitely should have served into this Arbor Elf. Blue-white is going to be gross. When they get the when they get Spell Stutter sprites back and stuff, I think Birdman was one that was talking about that. Yeah, Pride Mage is a really cool card. It's one of those cards that I try to play to like validate my jank strategies. Like it really does feel kind of insanely powerful. But it just doesn't have a home, right? Super Ramp LD. Expect Crusher soon. Well, they don't have Crusher in hand, but they have Penumbra Spider, which might as well be Ulamog's Crusher against us. But you know what, guys? Like I am very pleased with the quantity of jank going on in here. I like all this spice. This spice is so welcome, so unbelievably welcome. And I guess we'll run out Hawk for the time being while they're not casting their Cat Tribal. Oh my god. I feel like the power of Cat Tribal. We're just gonna go talk about a bunch of stuff and offhandedly make remarks about how they're underrated. But Cat Tribal gets a lot of people playing formats and Magic in general. Do you know how many people I've convinced to play Magic by telling them there's a cat deck? 2 people. But like I don't talk to a lot of people, so honestly that's a lot of people considering my relative social circle. And try to get to 100 life? I have not been doing that. We're still going to get a trigger off Feeler's Hawk. It's not... the game is not lost. So if you get to 100 life, you win. Is that the idea? Yeah, Travel Preparations is crazy. It's going to be wicked. It's going to be so awesome. Like, I cannot wait. I really, really can't wait. And I'm going to build that terrible combo deck. I feel like that card is just insane. I feel like it's just nuts. You can trigger it. Lava Dart. What is that? Is that what it is? What's that spell that's like sacrifice a mountain, flash this back? Like just loot through your deck like crazy with red looting effects and then like use those sacrifice a mountain, target a thing spells to just get Death. Yeah, Death Spark's one of them too that you get back. Yeah, and just like get back a bunch of stuff. You have a bunch of cards in your graveyard. Legionnaire. Yep. There's so many ways. There's Crushy Boy. We do have a lot of permanents to sacrifice. But Crushy Boy is 100% a way we can lose this game big time. Can we put 8 power in front of it? That's sometimes a relevant way to deal with the Ulamog's Crusher. Well, Crown of Flames, of course, is a keystone in the janky combo. So we're obviously going to play that. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I mean, we can get 8 power down next turn, so I think that's what we're going to do. So we're going to Crossroads. And if they can't deal with one of our creatures, we can just trade our entire board for Ulamog's Crusher. It feels pretty bad, but I think that's kind of what we have to do. And then we have a million life and like very few permanents, but our opponent will no longer have an Ulamog's Crusher. Oh my god, yeah, Loot Martyr of Ashes. Is there Martyr proc deck now? Are we Martyr proc now, gang? What does attacking do? I'm going to attack. I'm definitely attacking, actually. I don't know what I'm thinking about. So, attack for 4. They attack with Crusher. We take 8 down to 27. We sack a land and a Soul Sister. And the following turn, we attack them down to 7. We sack a land and a Soul Sister. I don't think we're blocking the Ulamog's Crusher. I think we attack with our evasive creatures and we hope we draw Journey to Nowhere. Foglock with Death Spark. That's crazy. There's too many. There's too many ways. Just like, it's going to be nuts. So maybe that's the card that foil was downshifted for, because they wouldn't give us some kind of... It's obvious that they're emulating Force of Will, right? So they wouldn't have given us some like crazy Force of Will variant if they weren't going to print something powerful enough to like justify that. You know what I mean? It is kind of cool. This Crusher, man, we really have to draw Journey. And we have to hope that they don't have a way to deal with it. But they might have more Mold Chamblers. Oh god, is this Electrickery? Penumbra Spider's pretty bad for us too. But we can deal with it, right? But we can't, we have to kill this Crusher or we just lose, for sure. So we gotta go, thank you very much for the bits. We have to go kind of stringing. All right, now we might have to block Crusher, which is gonna suck. But we're gonna do it. So play a land, pass turn. We're gonna sack 2 lands, block Crusher with 8 creatures, and I don't know, hope they don't have a pump spell or something. I guess that's true. So you think we should just hold out for an Anthem, Terry? Just take some damage? I think we can wait one more turn. I think there's a good enough chance that we find another creature. Play life gain to make sure you can control it. Oh, with Pestilence. They run 4 Crushers. Oh god. Yeah, so blocking Crusher, yeah, actually, that makes sense. I think we just take it. We'll sack a land and sack another Soul Sister. We need our flyers. Because our ground creatures, aka Arbor Elf, can't block them. We're gonna take 11. I don't really know. Like, Gush is a really good card. But I think, I don't know, man. You really have to, like, master Gush, you know? Anthem. Let's go. Not going to do it, but we will play Suture Priest. We don't have that many turns to draw for one. We have to sack 2 creatures this turn. There goes STE. Oof. Okay. Now I think we're dead. Yeah, who was it? Somebody posted a line on Twitter that was just crazy. It was like, float 2 mana. Float 2 mana, Gush, cycle Ash Barrens. Or float 2 mana, Gush, Brainstorm, cycle Ash Barrens. Counter your spell with foil. Crazy. Oh, is this a pump spell? Some like really big pump spell? Or are they just like hustling in the second main? We are getting obliterated by this Crusher, man. I really feel like, an annihilated is probably a better way to say it. I feel like we really should have blocked it. I think we made in way better shape. Because we could have like played more creatures to eventually block this Mold Chambler. There's Triplicate Spirits. It's going to gain us no life, but it is going to give us some permanence. Yep. The option of blocking Crusher is kind of off the table now, though. Because we're just like sacrificing creatures so fast. And we're at 9. So I think that probably was the right play. Was to just like get Crusher off the table. Granted, like, we wouldn't have that much more pressure on board. I guess we'd have a Suture Priest, a Soul Warden. We wouldn't have any Spirit tokens, so maybe that's not that good. Yeah, so we're gonna go down 2 creatures. And go to blocks, and we have to chump as well. Maybe holding on to this for when we do find an Anthem is a better play. All right, 1 card in hand. It's an Arbor Elf. We have 6 power on board, so we have no way. Soul's Attendant. So we have no way to block Ulamog's Crusher to stop it. I think we're pretty much just dead here. And then just take 11, drop the match. Oh, you think it's going to get banned on Monday? Yeah. Sacking lands doesn't really matter, so we'll sack creatures. We need Anthems to win, and even then, I don't think we can win with 2 turns of Anthems. I think we're just dead. Let's see what happens. Yeah, I think I'm willing to wait for a shakeout. I've never felt that oppressed by Gush. I mean, it's beat the crap out of me a few times. Yeah, way dead now. All right, so this is another go faster than this deck can handle matchup. I don't think Leave No Trace is strong enough here. Although I don't really know what their sideboard looks like. Prismatic Strands is probably kind of okay, but not really. Standard Bearer will draw the hate from the Mold Shamblers, but I also don't know if that's worth it. I think we just have to go fast. I just got super unlucky tonight. I could believe it, man. That's kind of my MO. So Standard Bearer is kind of what I'm considering. Maybe I'll go down like one Triplicate Spirits and 1 Survival Cache for Standard Bearers. And we'll try it like that. They were asinine. I think Drake had to go. And Gush wouldn't really be like an emergency ban, I guess. Gush would be more like they've seen what it can do, right? And I probably, like, my opinion doesn't matter. Like, not that many people's opinion matters, right? They have a playtesting team who do this, who were professional Magic players or developers for some amount of their career. I'm going to keep this. We have a couple of evasive creatures. This is going to draw us into more Hawks to make this Guardian's Pledge better. So I think we should leave it to the big guns. But if you were to ask me, I think we need some time to see what these new cards do. And, like, Stompy still wins and takes 5-0s. Like, Burn still takes 5-0s. Like, there's lots of other colors and strategies helping with the diversity. They have the Crusher in hand. They have Wild Growth for next turn, which is going to put them up to 4 mana. So they'll be able to Acid Moss our 1 land. And then they're not super far away. They got the Pulse in hand, too. This is just, like, savage. All right, so we'll play Plains, go to combat, attack with Healer's Hawk, and then we'll Squad Hawk for some more Squad Hawks, but it's not looking good, gang. Like a lot. Or 1. Really, like Tron decks. And then there's like some offshoots. There's like Ratlock that does well every now and then. Yeah, I hope black and green gets some. I'm trying to think. Well, Dimir Guildmage can be played in black. I don't know that it's like it sees its full utility in black, but it can be played in black. So we're going to lose a land. We do have a land to replace it, and this is their only land destruction spell in hand. Although I guess they do have whatchamacallit to follow it up. Crusher to follow it up. So play Attendant, play Crossroads. We have to draw into enough mana to cast this Anthem sooner than later. Yeah, Tribe, I don't think Tribe could do it. It definitely does hold up Tribe on its own. But I'm also kind of happy that Tribe exists. I don't know if everybody is. Oh god, is that Crusher mana? That's Crusher mana. Alright guys, it's going to be Journey to Nowhere or bust now. It would be so sad, right? Like, it's so eloquent. Like, it's such a good description of... And all the cantrips are good. That's why Tribe is so good. Man, I think we're just going to lose again. God. Well, let's see if we can hit our 3rd land drop. I think playing another creature here, not super relevant. But we'll play another creature. And I think we have to sacrifice 2 creatures to the trigger here. Maybe we sack 1 land and hope to top deck another one. And then Anthem get in. They're going to have Empath to block. What's up, Dr. Benzie Gibbs? Straight from the Benzie box, my guy. Good to have you. So I'm going to go land and Sister here. Take some damage. It's not. I think the matchups have been kind of weird, honestly. Like, 2 of our opponents have had Ulamog's Crushers, which is definitely good against us. We do have 4 journeys in the deck, though. Like, if I find a Journey to Nowhere here, then we have a real chance. But if this Ulamog's Crusher gets to stick around, then we're in bad shape. Just another Revitalize. All right, let's Revitalize. Try to find more lands. Go to combat. Swing with our flyers. But we're going to lose another... Like, we're going to lose creature land here, and we have to keep... like, we have to keep top decking lands to give us the opportunity to Anthem at all. And even then, like, we've got them on a 2-turn clock. If we can Anthem twice. So we'll have to go land Anthem next turn. That still doesn't even win us the game. And they have Pulse Marasa in hand. They can give us back a land just to preserve their life total. Yeah, like, I think we're just dead. Yeah, Crusher number 2. Much worse than Crusher number 1. Because then you have to sacrifice your whole board. All right, so the beats are coming, so we're going to let go of Soul Warden land. Yeah, I think we're dead. Man, strong start, though. We beat the crap out of Skred Delver. I would be more hateful of combo decks if the bar for interacting was more. Yeah, that's all you got to do, right? You got to kill it at instant speed. And, like, you got to not fight them on the stack. You just got to kill it at instant speed. Most of the time, hope for the best. There are other kind of cool interactive ways to fight with them, too. Like, people have bounce spells. Like, you really just have to interact with the creature at all. And it's like there's this kind of cool dance that you play where you have to... Oh, man, God. Okay, so we're going to Journey 1 Crusher. And then we're going to sacrifice 2 creatures to the next Ulamog's Crusher trigger. Take a bunch of damage. And hope we draw another Journey to Nowhere. That's our out. And then we're going to play Squadron Hawks and hope to win the game with them. And I'm just psyched. Yeah, I'm psyched for all the other ones, too. You haven't even beat Skred yet? There's nobody playing Skred in that tournament? I know, it messed my day up too, in a good way, in a really good way. Like in the best way possible. Yeah, I need at least another Journey. And they have Pulse in hand, so like this is not going to be easy, even if we do find it here. And there's Mold Shamblers or whatever, blow up lands. Yeah, we're dead. Big oof. Man, Crusher is a house. Good games. Dang. All right, guys. We get to be on the play. I don't think 2 Soul Sisters and a land are going to get there. This is worse. We're going to go to 5. All right. Let's hope it's Burn. And even against Burn, this is a little sketchy. Bottom that 3rd land drop there because we need gas. So we'll see what we're playing. Turn 1 Evolving Wilds. I can beat that. Get Suture Priest down. Hopefully it doesn't need a Daze somehow. And technically Crusher. Island Daze would be a little tough here. Oh no. Okay. I thought that was going to be the one. So pretty deep mulligan there. I think our opponent's going to be on Augur Bolas next turn, so we'll try to Lumathread Field so that we can play around it. Or that we can attack around it. Interesting to see what this is. I mean, Evolving Wilds, Snow-Covered Island, Preordain is becoming all the more normal of an opener. Swiftwater Cliff's not always your standard fare, so we're going to go ahead and Lumathread Field here. Just in case our opponent's on Arc Lightning tech. This could be a Blitz deck. Would not be surprised by that. I feel like we're kind of okay against Blitz. We just have to draw creatures and we should win. Granted, what's the most damage you guys have ever taken from a Kiln Fiend? Who's got the record? Who's got the most damage from a Kiln Fiend? I want to see screenshots, people. Let's see some confirmed massive Kiln Fiend kills. Exactly 69 damage. Nice. Nice, man. Nice. Sometimes I'm like watching the replays and I'll be reading the chat and I'll just start laughing hysterically. Like, you guys probably have no idea why I'm laughing or what I'm laughing at. I'm just like laughing really hard. I should really acknowledge what I'm laughing at. I think that's something I can work on. Because I'm generally having a really good time. But you know, you should know. You should know if you're the one putting me in stitches. No fiend as of yet. Triplicate spirits that we can't cast yet. There's your argument right there for holding on to Lumathread Field until you can morph it. That would have been pretty sweet there too. Thank you very much for the follow, MTG Strategist. Welcome to the Jank Bank, man. Welcome. Yep. Not going to be able to save Suture Priest from a lightning bolt, that's for sure. Our opponent has taken one from these creatures enough. They got 69 without Teamer Battle Rage. That is pretty amazing. That is pretty amazing. I think you get bonus points for that if they kill you without Battle Rage. I can't even remember what the most is. Generally, if I'm at that point where one of the Blitz decks is going to kill me, I just want them to kill me by as much as they possibly can. I want them to get that big old swag kill on me. Just like tons of damage. An unreasonable amount of damage. A little bit of an awkward draw here, but if we can find some of our lower CMC creatures, I'm still not completely sure what we're up against. Probably some kind of blue-red control deck. Obviously some kind of blue-red control deck. But we'll see if we can't find a way around it. If we get excluded here, then oof. It's funny that you're running, like, these are spicy decks. It's sweet that we're running into, like, offbeat decks. But it's hilarious that, like, we probably have good game against decks like Skred Delver. But against the jank... I was talking about this last week, guys, remember? I was like, if you're going to play janky decks, go all the way. Don't just go halfway. And look at how it's working for people. Oh. You had blue? Oh, man. You got him. What do they get with that? Island. Okay. We found another Hawk. See if they have another exclude for us. Oh, opponent, you're never lucky. Playing exclude.decks tonight, guys. Blue-red midrange is back on the table, boys. Oh, okay. So they have blue floating. Yeah, that's pretty spicy. If we would have waited and morphed this Lumathread field, we might be in okay shape. Boom. There it is. Opponents Snoop Dogg on their way to the win. Oh, God. 4 times Mutagenic Growth, 4 times Ponder, 4 times Gush, 4 times... True story, no me. I'm so gullible, guys. I'm so gullible. Like, I'll believe 90% of what you tell me. Like, I'm actually terrible. I was ready to believe it. I was ready to believe someone did 69 damage to you. And I started reading through this. I was like doing the math in my head. It's like, how much mana would that take? We're going to get the moral victory when our opponent starts discarding the hand size. We're getting controlled into the dirt, though. Well, let's see if they got the counter. Spirits, 3 times. 3 times now, y'all. Maybe they just have an exclude? Yikes. Welp. We'll see what happens. But this isn't going nowhere real fast. Yep. I don't think there's any point of holding on to triplicate spirits. If we try to force through spirits and another spell that matters in the same turn, we're kind of in rough shape. I'm going to hold on to the Suture Priest. We'll see. We'll see. Man, this is a win con. I thought maybe they were going to exclude. They had Think Twice up too. So I thought maybe we had an opportunity. We'll try to resolve 2 spells next turn and see if it doesn't help. But part of me says that it won't help. We've seen this Think Twice. We've seen this island. Oh yeah, no, it'll get work done. I imagine they just have removal at the wazoo at this point, so it doesn't really matter to them. More excludes would suck. The two running excludes at the beginning of this game were kind of a problem. And we'll see if Suture Priest resolves. They still have 7 cards in hand. This is crazy. Devious? Getting devious with it? Devious. You figure it's just time to wait. A lot of control tonight. A lot of control. Well, control and crushers, which is yeah, it's probably not great for creature decks. I'd imagine, especially with this much value. Like when they have stuff like exclude, like they had 3 excludes, which is probably a big old death knell for us. Plus this counterspell on this timely counterspell on our triplicate spirits was pretty good. But again, like I don't think we'll ever be in a position to resolve 2 spells in a turn. So we might just be dead. That's it. Maybe our opponent will deck themselves. They'll just forget to use Devious Cover Up. We'll just never cast another spell. Our opponent will draw 28 cards, and we'll win. Could happen. There's another Gear. The counter mill plan has been foiled, gang. Litnin Bizzle. Anybody that played Jank against me tonight, you got to give me some deck names for the YouTube channel. I'm not going to go out here just naming all your stuff. You know, Land Grant Crusher something. There's no established names, and I do pick really stupid names for stuff. So it's on you. It's on you to pick something. Just call all the decks Tactical Terry. Or is it just Terry being tactical again? Just more examples of Terry being tactical. I think we will soon find additional bolts to our face here. Terry got 2, man. Confirmed. Confirmed 2. All right. Does Squad Hawk resolve? Chances are slim. Wow. Yep. Yeah, Terry was just in it for the free ticks. He was like, I know the queue times are long, so I'm gonna get I'm gonna slightly modify my list so that he'll lose to me and I'll get extra extra ticks and treasure chests out of the deal. But really, he was just being nice to all of the viewers who played tonight. Oh yeah, no, we're getting excluded to death. This card is crazy, man. Such a good card. Yeah. It's such a good card. They still have 7 cards in hand. All right, we'll hold on to Suture Priest. I think Squadron Hawk on that turn was worth the wait, but Suture Priest with another card, there's no way. There's just, oh, they have Capsize? Oh, Into the Royal, okay. It's not Capsize. I was going to say hard lock established, but they only have to attack us 3 more times and they win. So there's that. All right, see if we can gain some life here. So that's nice if it ever resolves. So Suture Priest. See if they let it go. Maybe they don't have that much counter magic left in hand. They just have a bunch of spot removal. Okay. Puts 3 bolts back. You got it. Triplicate Spirits. Come on. Come on. Block these augurs all day. But they only have 22 cards in library, so they'll just probably be able to cantrip into the lightning bolts before we can answer them. All right, guys. This was a clinic on if the match against He Was in the Water wasn't a clinic on blue-red midrange, then this certainly was. And we're just firmly dead here. See if they got the bolt. They got the bolt. We're dead. All right, so blue-red midrange. We know that Lumen Threadfield comes in, and our slower tap out kind of spells come out. Journeys just don't do anything in this matchup, so we'll take these out. Keep the Triplicate Spirits, actually. And we know they might have caps. No, actually, Prismatic Strands, I think, was what we decided on. And I wouldn't even mind having a couple more, but... Scooperino! Yeah, it's just, you get those matchups sometimes. It's tough, but happens. Gotta be willing to. I'm gonna get to play a ton of fun decks in December. I'm not even mad. What was the deck in the last match of the finals? No, I wanted to play this deck. I distinctly did. I was sandbagging it. I knew it was good. And it is good. That's why I want to talk to you about it later, Terry, so that when I go to write the article, I'm not just like, I lost a bunch. You know what I mean? I want some info. All right, so I'm gonna keep it. We can develop our board with a Luminthread field early. Resolving a Squadron Hawk is gonna matter. So I think like both of these spells matter. So I think holding on to this hand and going forward is probably good. We'll see what our opponent's representing next turn. If they play a tap land, I might just play Squadron Hawk. I love Dawnglare Invoker. Such a good card. Yep, cycling Ash Barrens. Just please don't have Electricity in hand. That would be so ideal. Triggers. I'm gonna gain some life, get some Hawks. Ooh, they might have like Echoing Truth or something like that. But I guess it doesn't really matter. We have Sisters. This still kind of matters because our board goes away. That's my sweet and spicy tech. Love me a Dawnglare Invoker. Okay, glad to see that they don't have very much mana for next turn because we're going to get to resolve our Luminthread field. Probably play a tap land. I don't know why it would matter, but it could. Augur whiff. Whiff, 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 whiff. All right, so okay, we can play around Exclude next turn, which I really like. So we go to Kabir Crossroads, gain some life, Luminthread field, attack with Squadron Hawk. We might have a chance this time because I think they're going to leave up 3 mana this turn. We're going to get to resolve it. Oh, they're not. Okay, maybe they just don't have another land. Bolts. So we'll get to resolve Battle Screech, flash back Battle Screech, which is pretty huge. They're going to have a lot to deal with it. We could resolve 2 Hawks, I guess, but I think just like resolving this twice is awesome. All right, so play a land, and I'm not going to even commit Suture Priest first. I guess like Suture Priest Hawk, like there's an argument for that, but I think this opening is just too good. So we're going to Battle Screech, flash back Battle Screech, go to combat, Hawk 'em. Now Echoing Truth is kind of a blowout, but we just gotta play to win. We'll try to run a Squad Hawk into Exclude next turn, and then we'll run out our Suture Priest. Oh, they just scoop. Okay. Can't beat Battle Screech. Sweet. Pretty good card. Run it back. Yeah, I did. We talked about that a little bit earlier. The flavor text of Slippery Boggle is just unmatched in its savagery. It's incredible. I love it. It's awesome. I mispronounce it all the friggin' time. or not that. I just like almost refuse to say the word because like somewhere I know Tass is like rolling over like on his textbook thinking that they should be in here like correcting me. I know that it just frustrates them so much. Yeah, I know. It's sweet. And it eats a drifter too? Oh my god. Maybe, I don't know. Maybe I got a little subtle shout out. I don't know. Do you think somebody recognized it? I don't know. I feel like that's a little, you know that song? I bet you think this song is about you. I think it's a little vain thinking that. This is a weird hand. We saw how good Battle Screech was, but is it good enough to just like... I guess our 1-drops don't do that much. I am going to keep this. Suture Priest isn't great in this matchup either. We kind of need a Luminthread field. I don't really know if I should mulligan to Luminthread field in this matchup, but we're going to find out. Squad Hawk is good. Granted, resolving a Squadron Hawk next turn isn't too big game, so we'll see. They can leave up 3 mana on the following turn. So we play Squadron Hawk, we can get 2 more Squadron Hawks. You probably think the song is about you. So if we play Squad Hawk here, we get to go get, what, 2 Hawks? Because we'll have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 cards in hand. We still only get to go get 1 Hawk to play another Hawk next turn. So I think we're going to play Suture Priest. And then maybe we'll even leave up Revitalize to revitalize on their end step next turn. But I don't really know. Brainstorm Shuffle in the control deck. It's probably not good news for us. What do you guys think? We should see if we can get WotC to confirm. See if WotC will confirm that that was about us being so funny about pronouncing boggles. Or boogles. Or bugles. Whatever it is. I did try to make a point of just pronouncing it differently all the time to put people on tilt. All right, opponent being pretty obvious about their exclude. So let's try to bait it. We'll try to play Healer's Hawk. We'd rather have a Squadron Hawk than a Healer's Hawk. Ooh, our opponent has the read. But they might also have the Electricity. So we're going to Revitalize. We would like to hit our next land drop so that we can try to Battle Screech next turn. And that could be it too. They could have Counter Magic for Battle Screech, so they're just holding on to it. I don't think they're too unhappy with us playing on their end step. They're not going to have to fight over Revitalize, but... What's this? Una's Grace. You got it. Not too powerful. I think they know about the Squadron Hawk, and they're waiting for it. Opponent preordains. It might just be correct to Guardian's Pledge next turn. Probably not, though. Our opponent's at 20. They have the coveted 3 mana to leave up. So we'll Revitalize, try to hit our 4th land drop, find the Lumathread field. All right, so let's try to jam a Lumathread field. First and foremost, because fighting Electricity is a fine battle. Drawing another Squadron Hawk is not good news. So we'll see. All right, they let it go. They might have Into the Royal, or they might just be playing into a board state where Into the Royal is good for them. Yeah, I think we save Pledge too, Thornside. I'm going to bolt something? Not a great value bolt, but a bolt nonetheless. I think they're going to have to win by damage, so hopefully we still get to gain a bunch of life. The mill plan's probably just too slow. I think they were doing a bit too much tanking. All right, tapping out of Exclude mana is nice here. Which means I think, like, I wish we could draw an untap land so that we can Battle Screech. But I don't know if we'll be able to. Ooh, yeah. This kind of does look more... I don't know. I think this is Birdman's list. There's Royal. Oh, Looping Bolt. Yeah. That's true. But hopefully we can gain more life than they can handle. We'll see if we can't resolve a Battle Screech this turn. Nope. All right, so we will run out Healer's Hawk. We're still trying to bait out the counter magic so that we can resolve a Squadron Hawk. Even if it's only going to draw us 2 cards, I think it's worth. All right, sweet. You see rainbows? Oh. I was like, what? Yeah, they definitely knew about the Squad Hawk value. They're going to use a counter spell. Hard counter on Squadron Hawk. The Mighty. I guess that's why it was so good in Control Mirrors back in the day. Let's see what this is. Bolts. Bolty bolts. Multi-bolts. Flame slashes the bird. Yep. We're going to have a little weird fight here. Not a fight, but we're going to have to, like, wait and see. They have a counter for Squadron Hawk. They had all the excludes last game. Oh, God. Oof. That's pretty good. Okay. We just didn't find that land. I think if we found our 4th land on time to get Battle Screech down, we might be okay, but they're probably going to get away with it now. I would think. Yeah. Especially with Sutra Priest down. So we kind of saw how this goes. Game 1 was definitely along these lines. Granted, they only have 4 cards in hand. They had way more card advantage last time. More excludes? Come on. We got to be cautious of this. Like, they're going to get probably into a position where they can both... Or can they do it now? They can do it now. Where they can both Into the Royal with Kicker and... whatchamacallit? Electricity. Which is where we're going to get into a lot of trouble. Oh, brutal. When I have trouble with codecs, I, like, begrudgingly download iTunes. Because I don't have the technological know-how to... like, download codecs manually. Yeah, I don't think we're in the business of Guardians pledging an Augur of Bolas out of the way. Or maybe we are. I wonder if they even counter it. We're not doing anything else this turn. Guardian's Pledge isn't getting any better. I'm going to attack. There isn't much risk of them countering it. They're going to block. Because it might represent 1 damage for us every turn. And they're only at 17. So if we can get Augur Bolas off the board, then we get Augur Bolas off the board. And our opponent's going to counter it. So we get a counter out of their hand. Might be better news for these Battle Screeches later, too. Oh, they're just going to royal it. Okay. Well, anyway, that's good for Lumathread Field. Which means Electrickery is a little less of a blowout. They did get to draw an extra card, though. Nah. I'm not that beat up about it. Here comes Roger. For 1. So they probably, I'm assuming they have Devious Cover-Up or something. Maybe not. Let's see what they want to do. Very happy to be able to cast 2 spells this turn, despite only having 3 mana. I'll let it go. We'll try to cast Suture Priest. Here comes Devious. No. Nope. They're going to let it live. No. Just hard counter. All right. Again, kind of okay with seeing hard counter. It's one of the ways they can answer Battle Screech, and if we can resolve a couple of Battle Screeches, we all saw how that went. But yeah, I think we should expect Devious Cover-Up to just be in their hand. Maybe they were waiting until they had good enough targets to cast it. Maybe Relic would have been okay here. It seems so slow. 4 mana. Can Cover-Up shuffle these back into our deck? That's actually kind of sweet. It's like some secret text on it right there. No attacks from our opponent. Well, there's our next land drop, but it's a little late to the party. And yeah, it's just going to be trying to resolve Battle Screeches. But I think they're just going to have too much of a stacked hand. With all these Una's Graces, they're going to have so many answers. They can definitely counter 2 Battle Screeches. But we can just resolve 1. We kind of spiral out of control. Well, I guess it's up for them to decide whether it's out of control or not, isn't it? Come on, get really greedy about it. Nah, they won't. All right, what do we draw? Healer's Hawk. Okay, well, we're going for it. Battle Screech. We'll never not go for it. If they remove this in response, then frig yeah. But they're probably just deciding which counter to use. Yep. Oh, it exiles it, so it doesn't really matter. Pass the turn. Drawing more devious things to do, no doubt. It's going to be a slog, gang, but it's a slog I'm willing to slog. 4 mana. Is this a clock? No, Serrated Arrows. That's pretty bad for us, but we do have Lumathread Field down. Hopefully they can't into the Royal it when it matters. Here comes Augure. No, Soul's Attendant is pretty worth. Okay. So I think our best bet is to try to resolve 2 creatures here so that we can potentially Triplicate Spirits next turn. Cool. I think what they're anticipating is that we have untap land Battle Screech, but we don't. It's really an anemic turn in the grand scheme of things. Hard counter, okay. Pass. So they're going to get to kill a creature before we get to Triplicate Spirits. Pretty crazy. Pretty good. Go back up to 4 cards in hand. Active Serrated Arrows on board. Infinite counterspells in deck. Oof, another one. All right. More awkward turns ahead. We do have an evasive attacker. I guess, yeah, I get this. Here comes Augur. No blocks. Find Squad Hawk. We know they have hard counter in hand. Let's bait out the hard counter with Triplicate Spirits. The life gain will at the very least be welcome. And then maybe next turn we can get Squad Hawk down as a 2-for-1. But at this point, I think 1 2-for-1 probably won't do it. And gonna Grace away. More lands going down. So they feel like they have enough mana now, which is probably true. We don't often cast more than 1 spell per turn. All right, let's see what they've got. They'll kill one of these, which stifles all future Triplicate Spirits. Exclude. Fabulous. They're gonna preordain. 2 on top. Okay. Million mana up. Draw land. That's kind of okay, but I think we just have to Battle Screech. Especially in the face of Exclude. So we will Screech. They think twice. Okay. Maybe it'll resolve. I don't know. Devious Cover-Up. Counterspell. Wonderbar. All right. So that means we have to like draw another 1-drop to try to flash it back. Seems precarious. I'm gonna preordain. We're not gonna block. That is definitely not part of the plan. Yet. Or maybe we should, I guess. Where this really only like cripples another creature, but I mean Battle Screech, right? So they can just do it in response to us resolving another creature. They kind of get more choice in the matter than we do. Opponent kind of going off with their card advantage spells. Still with an Exclude in hand. So we have to draw a creature spell next turn to even have a chance. And now we kind of don't. I guess we could like top deck Strands, but that doesn't matter. Well, they should only be able to exclude... Oh, no, they got a land. Okay. So they can exclude plus counterspell now. Or cover up plus counterspell. Yep, we're going to take it this time. Hopefully draw a creature. Nope, just Strands. All right, pass. Bolts are faced, down to 22. I'm surprised they haven't killed this Soul Sister yet. I guess they just don't have to. There's no point. I'm gonna go to get in. We'll try to Prismatic Strands. Because we can, like, for one silly reason or another, get in a fight over this Prismatic Strands, then sweet. On blue. Our opponent does not want to get into a fight over Prismatic Strands. It's weird. I don't know why you wouldn't. I'm going to pass 4 cards in hand, 18 cards in library. There's Triplicate Spirits. Well, we know they have Exclude, so there's no point doing anything but this now. I think we go like this. So we can flashback Strands on blue. Our opponent, of course, has the counter. To the bitter end, gang. The Squadron Hawk being the only way. I guess that would also represent a flashback. Triplicate Spirits. Bolts us, yep. There's so few cards in their library now, too, so their Devious Cover-Ups get kind of insane. Here comes the Neighborhood. Let's go through the blocks. We're going to try to bait them with Prismatic Strands again, but I don't think they'll take the bait. Nope. No bait taking from our opponent. Ramosian Rally. All right, so I'm going to go to combat. I'm going to attack with Squadron Hawk. Or attack with Healer's Hawk. We'll go through the blocks. I will attempt to Guardian's Pledge. It's basically a gain 2 at this point. They're going to let it go. Go to 15, we go up to 21, we'll pass. I think they probably got to read that we have something valuable that we're trying to resolve, which is wise. We just have to get one creature down and we can flash back. Battle Screech would be, which would be sweet. Spire Golem, what? That sucks. We're almost definitely just dead now. Triplicate Spirits, okay. Do you have the cover up? Is it coming? We're getting covered up deviously. Definitely. Choosing a million lightning bolts, and I think that's probably going to do it, guys. Because now they'll just have like infinite interaction. I think that was probably our last chance. We could maybe draw another creature, but they're just going to draw all the good spells. And at this point, I kind of feel like clock's coming. So we'll take our beats here. And gracefully draw off the top of our deck. Oh God, why did it have to be that? Okay. See if they have the answer. Of course they do. All right. But I think we're dead. So I'm probably just gonna scoop. I don't, man, there's no way out, is there? Like, I think we'd have to draw one drop. They'd have to have exactly exclude as their interaction. And actually, even then, it doesn't matter. We could still cast 2 creatures with our Squadron Hawks. Excludes, yep. Squad Hawk. I don't really want to do that. I feel like we're so far behind here. Yeah, another exclude. Yeah, we're dead. GG's. They have very few cards in their library. There's just not a very high chance that we would win there. So that's okay. So we just finished up the league with our mono white Soul Sisters Flyers brew by T-Core. He calls it Healing Winds. It's a really sweet deck. When we got to go off and kind of swarm our first opponent, our Skred Delver opponent, it felt really good. You could obviously see what the deck's trying to do. It commits a ton of creatures onto the battlefield super early and overwhelms your opponent with value. I think it's kind of funny that we ran into some janky decks and we lost to those most, and it's also pretty ironic that where I had such a bad week with Izzet Midrange last week, a bunch of people had a good week with Izzet Midrange against us this week, so I don't know, maybe we're kind of like passing it along down the line. But anyway, I can totally see the value in it. Terry got second place in that big Facebook tournament with this, so it's got to be a pretty powerful deck. I'd love to take it out again. I like gaining all of that life. I feel like some decks just can't beat it. So maybe we ran into some bad matchups tonight or just drew badly, but there's definitely some potential here. So so don't let this league be the litmus test for Healing Winds. I think it's worth another shot for sure. So thanks for watching and have a good night out in YouTube land.